so this wouldn't spiral like crazy, like my typical announcements. So, when Don asked me to give the stewardship moment, I asked him if there was anything in particular I should talk about. Having served on stewardship before, I know that sometimes you're asked to speak on a certain topic or an idea, but Don just asked me, why this church? Why not some other church? Why this church? That's like a really simple but like really difficult question. Most of you have heard this story before, but when I first started coming to this church, it was mainly so I could hang out with your super cool choir director. It was really convenient for us to come here first, and then we could leave after the service to go on a Sunday adventure. He knew after 13 years of Catholic school that I was kind of hesitant, and he would say, "Don't worry, everyone is so great, you're going to love them." Well, I worried. I spent I don't know how many weeks hiding in the corner of the choir loft. I wouldn't even look down, but I was always greeted warmly in the morning and then sent off with well wishes for my week. Choir was awesome, but of course musicians are awesome. What about all the people downstairs? Then it was my first communion Sunday. Choir was downstairs. It was the first time I sat in that box over there, and I watched as the communion was being prepared. And I turned to Derek at the piano and yelled, "It's real bread?" I distinctly remember John Matheson approaching with the tray, and I had all these thoughts flying through my head. I was like, wait a minute, I don't have to wait in line? Do I just take one? Do I have to say something? And I'm freaking out, and all these thoughts are going by, and by the time he got there, it all happened so fast. And what I thought I did was just gently shake my head no, but what I probably did was, but he just smiled and moved on, and I thought, well, that could have gone worse. And then I was happy to go back to the corner of the choir block the next few weeks. But then there was a simple invite. I got a call from David Fields, and he invited me to share my time and talent by creating a stewardship video with my photography. And I thought, oh man, the chair of the stewardship committee, that sounds really important. But also, he was really nice, and he was so sweet. So I said, yes, I can do that thing. So why this church? Because you welcomed me, and you invited me to share a part of me, even though I was just a quiet girl in the corner. Do you guys remember when I was just a quiet girl in the corner? Not anymore. So then there was another invitation. Somebody thought that I'd make a helpful addition to the music committee. So I said yes, and I worked with the committee to do some really cool things. So why this church? Because people made me feel appreciated, no matter how big or small my contribution. I went on to serve on stewardship as a member at large on the council, on the Environmental Justice Committee, and then started helping with the website and social media. And I thought, man, this church could really use a laptop. And Karen Zeal suggested we make pancakes, and I thought, is this going to work? But I invited the congregation to come eat pancakes together, and you showed up, and now the church has a laptop. So why this church? Because you show up. Big and small events like a pancake supper and potlucks, the Strawberry Festival. When someone says, I need your support to do this thing, you show up. You show up every time. Then as I got more comfortable, you all got a taste for my, kind of extreme levels of excitement. Reverend Mary let me decorate the church in over-the-top ways for Vacation Bible School. I did a children's message with a visiting puppeteer from Boston and her pink puppet, Bella. Phil Johnson threw baseballs at me from the pulpit during a sermon one time. The youth and a few adult chaperones froze their faces off at a relay for life, and they dressed up like zombies and they chased Eric around. And oh, Halloween. No one batted an eye last year when I suggested we hang out of windows in the middle of a pandemic to give kids a place to trick or treat. And look at what that has turned into. This past year, we estimated about 700 kids participated in our Halloween event on the green. So why this church? Because it doesn't matter who you are or what you're good at, there's a place for you here. Whether you're good at cooking or building or fixing or music or organizing or just having bonkers ideas, there's a place for you here and you fit right in. So here I am giving a stewardship moment as your digital minister and director of Christian education and faith formation. From that quiet girl in the corner to here. And it's not just any stewardship moment. It's the first stewardship moment in person after almost 2 years of being separated because of COVID. I've heard the joke a million times. How many congregationalists does it take to change a light bulb? Change? But we changed. We changed how and where we worship. We changed how we share music, how the Strawberry Festival ran, tithing online, our live stream services are allowing us to worship with people and friends and family from all over the place. We discovered new ways of doing things, of looking at things, and though it definitely took us out of our comfort zones, we're on the path to keep growing and changing and inviting and accepting and encouraging. Perhaps some of the biggest changes are yet to come. But why this church? Because we're ready for it. I'm not a sports ball person, so to confidently misquote a movie that I watch with my father all of the time, if you build it, they will come. I'm no voice in a cornfield, but if you're waiting for a sign to come together and build something, it's right here. It's funny, there's a sign. So why this church? Because we will build it. We will do new and bigger things. We'll show up. We'll invite and welcome and appreciate. Why this church? Because you've been doing awesome things for over 300 years, and it's only going to get better from here. Why this church? Because Derek was right. You're all so great, and I love you. Okay, bye.